All right, welcome back everybody to the MF Rec League. We got a game tonight. We got a triple header tonight between let's see. We got three games. Well, let me check my Discord. I don't remember what all three were. I know this first game that we're going to be playing tonight is going to be against In Memory of Paul and Wits Enders. Let's see. We're going to have another 5 o'clock game. It's going to be Exodia versus Wits Enders later tonight after this series. And then another series later tonight, which we will be back for. Then it's going to be at 9 o'clock between Grubby Gladiators and Kwangdong Tigers. So we got a whole lineup for everything tonight. It's a we got a long stack list, and it's gonna be interesting to watch. We're gonna be jumping straight into this game between Wits Enders and In Memory of Paul. For the side of Wits Enders, they're going to be starting off with the Asol and the Yasuo ban. Pretty simple. They're just targeting Andy's champ pool. Don't expect anything too different. Might take out the Viego here on 3 unless they want to leave it open and take out the Brand instead. That's what I expect to see, unless they also want to leave open the Yone. So they are opting for the Yasuo instead, I guess because their mid laner does not want to play against it. For the side of In Memory of Paul, we're going to have V Urgot and the Scion taken away. They're targeting top lane champs for Pierre, making it a little easier for spooky action. No, it's actually going to be Frodo Teabaggins. Frodo Teabaggins is subbing in for spooky action, so that is the caveat that they're going to have. Let's see. Last band going to be the Viego, like I said, and they are going to opt in to grab the Kai'Sa here early. So, a bit surprising. Kai'Sa is pretty strong AD carry on the patch. You can pair it with like a Nautilus, Leona, and play for either hard engage, or you can go for a more poke variant with the AP Kai'Sa build. But the problem with Kai'Sa early on is that it kinda, unless you can flex it to like mid or top, she's very punishable AD carry. So it's a bit surprising, especially with champion like Skarner, who is very strong on the patch. Not taking him B1 is going to allow Red Side to grab it on the second pick. Yeah, no problem, baby. I got you. So you're going to be seeing Leona picked up for, I believe, his name is Yumibot. Typically an Enchanter player, so surprising to see him on the Leona, but definitely going to be that. Hold on, let me make sure Jake isn't joining me. I'm just going to unmute for when he joins. Maokai going to be going over to the side of Wits Enders, so very good flex pick. It's something that Hardy can play jungle, or Hardy can play support, and I believe Mars is their jungler. He can play it jungle as well. Still a very good jungler. Don't expect anything else, but actually going to be the Wukong being picked up here, so the Maokai and the Wukong can theoretically be flexed. The Wukong can be flexed between jungle and top lane, and the Maokai can go top lane as well because Pierre also does play it. If you go bow build, Kai'Sa doesn't have any losing matchups. Yeah, say that into a Kate Lux or an Ashe Melio. Or your favorite Ashe Leona. Mike has some very good times into that bot lane. We're restarting the second ban phase here. Let's see, we got AD carry, support, and theoretically either top or jungle here for In Memory of Paul, and we have, once again, the exact same thing. You have potential jungle top in the Maokai Wukong, but you also have the AD carry picked up. Or it could also be mid, top, anything. That's the great thing about having a very flexible team. You can always just flex it into anything. Leaving Ashe Leona up against the Ashe Leona duo lane. It's no longer the Ashe Leona lane. Ashe Leona was Spooky Action and Paul. And Spooky Action's not in this game, and instead it's going to be Madav and Yumibot. So I guess the spirit lives on, but it's not the same people. Playing them lane in memory, Paul. You're goddamn right. Now let's see. What are they going to grab here on 4? We're going to be seeing the Anivia and the Vigard banned away, as well as the Sylas and the Kassadin. So Jack's going to be picked up. That makes it pretty obvious that Skarner's now going into the jungle, forces Jack's top lane. Now, if Pierre just wants to take the Maokai top, I think it's really good into the Jax. You know, you can never really engage onto a Maokai, and it's not a fun matchup. Brand. Is that a Brand mid lane? If that's Brand mid lane, I'm a bit surprised. Just because Andy typically plays champions that can counter Brand. Waiting for the 5th pick here and final pick for Wits Enders. It's going to be the Tahm Kench. Okay. I believe Pierre likes Tahm Kench Jax matchup. So that makes me think that Maokai is going into the support role for Hardy. Wukong is going to be taken to the jungle, and Brand is going in the mid lane for Gemstone.
Hello, my good man.
Hello, sir. How you feeling, man?
Very good, thank you. Yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. I actually woke up on time today, so we're vibing.
Lovely. I'm a little bit late due to the mother-in-law's early birthday celebrations, but we're here.
Yeah.
On time-ish.
Ish, that's all that matters. We're still here for Champ Select. But the good thing is you are at the end of Champ Select, so we can start to gauge how we feel about these team comps.
Okay, let me have a little look here. What we got? Well, Pierre and the Kench. This is Hardy's actual team, correct?
Yes, this is Hardy's actual team. His first game out of the 4 he's already played. yeah, I got it.
I'm kind of liking the team comp. Is this a Brand mid?
Yes, it is. It's a Brand mid into Hui.
I like the team comp. I don't know if Brand fully fits in this team comp as much.
Mm-hmm.
Are they against Andy's team here?
Yes, this is Andy's team. But they have they don't have spooky action. They have Frodo, Teabag, and subbing in for spooky action.
They've gone back to all reliable Ash Leona. Boring.
Personally, would have taken the Wu mid into Hui and sent Brand jungle. I don't know about that one, brother. But yeah, you do you.
Mid,
I think
Wu mid gets destroyed by Hui. I think Brand has an easier time.
Still not the best lane for Brand, just because he does get outranged. So
not great.
But
other than that,
he doesn't ever
really
die
like
to Hui.
Yeah, you would think. Let's rephrase that. You would think.
Gemstone's a better player than most. Hopefully, he doesn't die, but you never know.
Yeah. Andy's been known to do well in the mid lane.
Out of looking at these two teams, I like Red Side's team more, in my opinion, just because they have the Jax split push threat, which Tahm Kench later on won't be able to match. They have the go buttons in the Ash Leona and the Skarner, so they're always going to be able to find that pick potential. And I feel like Blue Side struggles because they kind of also want to go in, but they don't go in as good as Red Side, and they don't really like falling back. They're not like a team that like wants to peel back. They want to go in onto them, and I don't think they're gonna have a fun time doing that into Red Side's team comp.
Yeah, I agree. I think Red Side has the edge on the team comp here. I think the side lane pressure is going to be a lot and hard for them to deal with. I don't know how their counter siege works very well as well. I know Brand can clear waves, but if you have Baron, is Kai'Sa with a short range going to be able to walk up when you're into a Hui Leona Ash?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. I don't think you can clear Baron minions, so the anti-siege isn't looking too great. So yeah, I think Red Side slightly has the edge. I think if Blue Side had a different mid laner, I'm stuck on this mid laner. I think if you had a different mid laner, it functions a little bit better.
Yeah. The Brand can still function pretty well, though, just because Jax, Skarner, Leon are not going to enjoy their time into the Brand. But then you also got to remember that the Hui and Ash are going to be pelting you from a distance, and you're not going to be able to really just be able to front to back as well with the Brand than, say, someone else like what would be a different mage? Probably like an Azir, but I don't feel like Gemstone's an Azir player.
I'm thinking you're quite immobile as Brand too, right? Like
yeah.
The wave clear is good, so you might be able to just shove it in and go sit under your tier 1. But You're into a Skarner jungle. He doesn't care if you're under your tier 1. He'll pull you outside of your tier 1 with his E and then ult you straight into the way. So Gemstone has to be extremely careful this game, not to get caught out by Sam, who we know is going mid lane at some point.
Sorry, give me a sec. Alright, let's see. Gonna be jumping into this game. Everything needs to be rearranged.
Good.
Yes, I'm gonna be interesting to watch. It's gonna be fun. Anivia would be top tier here. True, but unfortunately, I think Anivia was banned away from Andy.
What do you think of Ghost Brand?
I like Ghost Brand. I think it's really good. I think it's he's one of the few mid laners that can actually substitute Ghost instead of TP, just because his TP plays aren't the best, and Ignite isn't really good into this lane, but the TP allows him to stay away from the Rek'Lats Andy ganks that you know are going to be coming.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I think the TP is gonna would have helped him supplement the potentially losing lane that he's gonna have. It might be less forgiving if he had TP, but now they know he doesn't have TP. If you get this guy on a death timer, you can punish it extremely hard, and you can push a huge lead for platings with Andy. So I think this further solidifies that Rek'Lats is gonna want to play towards mid lane.
The real question is though, how do you feel about Kai'Sa with Ghost into Ashe Leona?
I think that
Skarner.
is borderline reportable offense.
I think you're dead if as soon as they hit 6.
Yes. I think if you don't go cleanse, it's crazy to me. Like that if I've ever seen a cleanse game, it's this one. There's so much to cleanse on the enemy team. You have a Frodo teabagging's Counter Strike. You even have the Rek'Lats E that might help you avoid the ult from Skarner. Then obviously you have Ashe Leona, which is the obvious one. I'm interested to see how this bot lane pans out with Madav. I think he hasn't really had too much success in the bot lane. He had a really good Galio lane, but that's an off-meta type champion. So I'm excited to see how he functions on this Ashe.
Ooh, good trading here by Frodo here early. Actually liking what I'm seeing so far from him in the laning phase. The only thing I don't like is they went Conquer. I would have rather seen Grasp into this lane, just because it allows you to always take those short trades against the Tahm Kench. But still, he's playing the game early, taking some good trades. Don't want to take that trade though.
That's a Grasp stack. Yeah, it's stacking right now. I see the vision.
Pierre is someone who does not care. He don't care if he goes down 40 CS. He's gonna pick his tank. He's gonna have a fun time, and he's gonna play for his team. He's the ideal top laner.
A little bit of posturing here from Hardy and Yuumi. Neither wanted to commit there.
Yeah, both. I feel like both these supports are realizing that whoever kind of commits first is kind of going to be the loser, especially because a Maokai that close to your turret can easily just W your engage and then just knock you into turret. So definitely don't want to overextend too much. Oh, going in here, like I said, going to use that W. Not able to get the Q off in time though, but still going to get about half health for both supports.
I would love to have seen Hardy realize that you can buffer the Q, and right as Leona gets past you, it will knock you immediately into the turret.
Yeah.
It's a rough time in the hit, but if he's comfortable with the matchup, you can do that and then follow up with the W.
And she'll take at least 2 turret shots and force out a flash there.
I thought that's what his positioning was based off of, but he went for the WQ and just got stunned and walked out.
Looks like we got some quick trading here in the top lane. Mars is going to use the clone, and Wukong's actually pretty good into the Skarner, and the fact that he can just do that. He can always just use the clone to dodge out on the E, but Frodo taking a quick trade here onto Pierre with the Skarner still on the top side. So going to force out Tahm Kench's flash and just doing a pretty good job so far in the top lane.
That's a big cancel from Frodo teabaggings. I think Pierre, if he just walks, takes the counter strike, and uses W after it, there's no CC to follow up.
Ooh, really good job here in the bot lane. Yuumi going to use the E, though, the Zenith Blade, to go onto the clone of the Wukong and then flash towards the turret. So good job. Just a bit of miss synergy between Hardy and Kai'Sa here.
Flashless Leona never feels too good though.
Hmm.
It's one of the once you press E now, you are committed. You are in. There's no way out, especially into a Maokai.
Especially because I don't think he has. Let's see, yeah, he went for Triumph or Presence of Mind and Tenacity second, so it doesn't even have the Hex Flash. So it won't be able to play as aggressive as they would like to. Like a lot of Leonas like to sit in the brush and then just Hex Flash on them.
Gemstone proving the haters wrong. He's looking good right now into this mid lane matchup. He's up actually 10 CS and already forcing Andy back. So if he can crash this wave and back, he's basically telling me, shut up, I don't need TP, I can lane against this fucking washed senior.
Yeah, and that's the good thing is that Hui actually struggles early. Before Lost Chapter, Hui can't just shove waves on repeat. He has extremely high mana cost before it, so the brand who gets mana refund when champions die to his passive never really worries too much about the getting shoved in by Hui.
The only advantage Wei has though is a EE ability is going to refund 45 mana per auto attack. So if Andy plays around that correctly, Wei is a manaless mid lane.
Yeah.
But I think he's just throwing too many spells out.
Yeah, it's a WE by the way. EE is the fear that like pulls them in.
You are right. That's the claw. It is in fact WE. My bad.
No, you
I
good.
played Wei once. That was close.
Hui support next game?
No, thank you. I'm not going to first time champions like certain people in the rec league.
Yeah, imagine doing that. Dave subbing in for Zach spooky action in the top lane. Pretty slow game so far. No Void Grubs grabbed. Nobody prioritizing Dragon. And besides that early top skirmish and the bot gank, not much has happened. And as I say that, in memory, Paul is going to look to start up Void Grubs here. Gemstone going to use the ultimate to try and get a kill onto Andy here. Rek'Lat's going to turn back onto him. Frodo jumping off as well, forcing out Andy's flash, but we'll be able to get the kill onto Gemstone. Mars in a bit too deep, and that's going to be a double kill for In Memory Paul. Looks like Pierre did not want to rotate because he has a big wave under turret.
And that's I'm not roaming. Don't fight grubs. Come from Pierre that was just blatantly ignored.
Yeah,
I could almost guarantee that.
Yeah, I already know Pierre's like, guys, I said I can't move, and they didn't listen.
Sometimes you just got to be willing to drop grubs and just try and make something happen on the opposite side of the map.
Yeah,
a little bit of an overcommittal. If Gemstone hit the Q stun under Andy, that could have maybe been a different story, but
yeah,
sadly, he got skill checked.
And unfortunately, once that Skarner gets past the initial phase of the E, he starts flying at them really fast, and Flashless, Ghostless brand is not going to be able to live long.
And that's Andy pre-6. And sorry, not Andy, Rek'Lat. That's Rek'Lat's pre-6. Now he knows there's no Flash Ghost on the brand. I'm expecting a level 6 Skarner to be running mid lane.
Yeah, I think he's going to clear a camp or two, maybe look to base on some gold. Looks like he's almost at the Heartsteel purchase. He's a little bit gold off, but we'll have it soon. And he's going to look to start stacking that and abusing that mid lane, try and get Andy ahead.
There's been a lot of talk recently as to what rune you should be taking on Skarner jungle. Oh, Gemstone. Maybe looking to fall again here with the Leona roam.
And even a Leona roam is all you need. Now Andy is just going to be ahead, and it's going to be a kill secured by Andy in the mid lane.
And that's it feels so bad as Brand. You know, he was laning really well early game. One macro decision wrong, and suddenly you got a really hard time.
Oh, and now Hardy getting caught out here. Looks like he's going to be held down. Has just too much CC on that bot jungle skirmishing, and it's going to be a rough time for him. Frodo, Mike. Oh, and Mike just not respecting the Leona. Just going to allow himself to get wrapped around on. Still has the ultimate, but not going to use it. And this is no cleanse Kai'Sa.
I mean, the cleanse there would have been great. But at the end of the day, you have Flash, you have Ultimate. Solar Eclipse is not an instant cast. You have got to have the reaction time to be able to avoid that there with either the ult or the Flash.
Just a lot of misplays.
Like you say, that's just utter disrespect, right? You see your support die. You have no reason to be halfway up the lane.
Oh, Pierre going in for a dive here, and that's just going to be a free kill. At the same time, Rek'Lat's going to be able to secure the dragon, and just a rough time here in the top lane. Bit of a misplay from Frodo. same time, Sedgelover just overextending, trying to get the wave crashed, and Maokai's going to open up with the Twisted Advance and going to be able to get a kill onto the Kai'Sa, at least in return. So a lot of good early skirmishing here.
A lot of fighting going on in the mid lane. Gemstone says, I don't care who you are. Gemstone's going toe-to-toe with Andy right now, even though he's 0-2. Loving the skill expression of just dodging spells.
Yeah. Definitely not being too scared. You know, even keeping up in CS with Andy, and Rek'Lat's going to look for a quick engage here onto Hardy, trying to clear out some vision. Hardy's favorite.
Obviously, first dragon goes over to red side here, and it is the Hextech Drake. So you're not going to get the super overpowered soul, but way to get the ball rolling there.
Yeah, and if you are blue side, you are praying for Chemtech Soul. The additional tenacity against this team comp is going to help you guys out, surely. Setting up a trick play here. Might look for something onto Sedgelover here. Hardy not going in first. Ooh, a quick engage here. Both teams fighting around them. Going to find the great counter engage by Mars here to find the kill onto Andy, but unfortunately Hardy will die in that bot skirmish. Just too much CC and damage coming out of In Memory of Paul.
Yeah, in the mid lane 2v2 there, Skarner Hui into Wukong Brand. There's a lot of damage coming out of Wukong Brand there, and I think the damage just caught Andy off guard. He didn't realize that Wukong was, you know, hovering around for the counter gang. Really well played by blue side.
And this is just, yeah, Mike's just going to die, unfortunately. Frodo going to get eaten and thrown under turret. Pierre going to find the knock-up, and just a rough time for him here. Jumping towards the minion wave. Okay, just going to fight in the minion wave, and that's going to be a solo kill for Pierre. Alrighty then. And
yeah, trying to pick up the pieces this game. Pierre's trying to accelerate his game. He's picked up 2 solo kills now in the top lane, even though they had a 1-0 lead on the Jax. All he had to do was just relax.
Yeah. Oh, they're looking at, once again onto Andy here. Mars just hovering around the mid lane. I'm really liking how Mars is playing, putting a lot of pressure on the counter ganks for Gemstone here in the mid lane.
And I like that. I think he's the first jungler this season that's really tried to punish Sam on his constant reganks.
Yeah.
You know that's where he's going. And he's just going to run top.
Oh, Pierre.
Simply run
and
top.
Frodo just going to waste the counter-strike, and he's just going to die now. Going to get the flash forced out here. They should have... Yep, they're going to secure it. And man, Frodo had a decent early game, but he is struggling now. Into Pierre here in the top lane. Oh, Pierre potentially going to get caught out here. Going to try and use the dash to get away, but going to get CC'd up. Really good ultimate by Rek'Lats here. Going to find the pick onto Mars, but Hardy is here for the counter engage. Going to use the ultimate to save his team's life. Really good roam to only make it a 1-for-1. Both top laners dying.
Really good roam time in there from Hardy. I think Yuumi bot Mike always does so well roaming for this team. He's everywhere on the map. He's shown that in the few games that they've played this season. So really well played from Hardy to also just leave Mike Like's voice in the bot lane, and that ult saves potentially 2 of his teammates. So really good roam from Hardy. Sorry.
Yeah. And the good thing is that they were able to actually secure one of the Void Grubs, so they do deny the 6 Void Grubs on the side of Rek'Lats' team.
And that's big, right? Because you have Jax, who you know is going to want to split most of this game. So denying the 6 grubs is really well played there from blue side.
Yeah. Yeah. There is probably a little bit of miscommunication early on so far from Witsenders, but they're not playing too bad. You know, just some growing pains. They'll realize that, wait, we don't win in the 2v2, Ashleona, Maokai, Kai'Sa.
Yeah, that's a lane you gotta just forfeit. You just forfeit the lane. You really want the cleanse on the Kai'Sa. The Ghost is, you know, it's an oversight. But at the end of the day, if Kai'Sa can scale into this game, it's gonna be really good. And she's up on CS, so she's playing bot really well right now.
Mars looking for a potential gank here, just gonna clear out some vision. Pierre jumping in onto Frodo here in the top lane. Jumping in onto him. Pierre gonna have the eat here. I don't know if you wanted to waste your first strike dash. be able to get away. If he gets one more Q auto, he's just going to get another solo kill. So Frodo really struggling here in the top lane. Into Pierre, just keeps wasting. One thing I'm noticing, he's misplaying. He's wasting his dash. You don't want to jump onto Tahm Kench. You just want to save your counter strike for when he tries to auto you, and then use your Q to get away.
Gemstone dodging out Ash Arrow here. That definitely saved his life, knowing that he has no flash.
Ooh, but
He just needs to leave.
overextending, brother. What are we doing? Ghost gonna be popped here. Doesn't have the flash. Rek'Lats will be able to find the E and the ultimate onto Gemstone here. Gonna miss a lot of skills here. Is Andy doesn't have anything, but Mars will be able to find the counter engaged. Now has to find his way on getting out away from this Leona, and I don't think you're gonna be able to get away. Thankfully, the Leona will pick up the kill.
Really good dodge on the solar eclipse there from Mars. Mars getting the return kill was extremely good. If Hardy was, 5 seconds sooner to that roam timing, that could have been a different story, because Andy died super quick after missing 3 crucial spells.
It's really on what they want to do. If they would rather just sack the dragon and grab tier 1 top, I don't hate it. It allows you to now stack 4 potential Infernal Dragons with a Wukong Kaisa brand. I'm all for that. That is a lot of damage on a lot of carries.
Yeah, the tier 1 top is actually gone for red side.
Yeah.
So first tower did go over to blue side here, and I think the correct play is you have Dragon coming up in 4 minutes. I think at this point, Pierre should be looking to influence the map.
Yeah.
This Jax is not going to be a problem for a long time. Constantly repeat killing this guy is not doing much for your team, and getting tier 2
He has to look for a TP bot here if they look to try and find an extended fight.
TP could be huge here.
Yeah. Hardy going to be forced to flash away, as well as Mike. Ultimate going to be used by Sedgelover to chase him down. Now Yuumi bot is here, finds the Zenith Blade and the ultimate onto Hardy, and that's going to be a double kill going over to Sedgelover.
And that's rough. They are going to trade and get the Herald here. But yeah, I think Pierre needs to just drop top. Yes, you are getting a lot of Heartsteel stacks. And another roam on Gemstone here.
Ooh, nice sidestep, but I think he's just dead. Yeah. Ultimate going to be used by Andy here, and that's just going to be a free kill. And yeah, this is one thing I notice a lot of bad tops or just low elo tops do, is that they get a lead, but they don't push it to any other lanes. Like, you're not a Fiora, you're not a Jax, you're not a York. You're not going to be just destroying side lane turrets. You need to be moving around the map and using your CC to help your team out.
Oh, Hardy, no.
Hardy, just
fight you want, my good man.
And you are not as tanky as you think you are. Unfortunately, this is a almost 2-item Ashe.
Yeah, we really need our
Whoa, Mars, why are we tower diving? Now Pierre's dead, and now all the pressure he has top lane is gone. It's going to be a double kill, and just, man, this is a rough showing in the mid game from Wits Enders.
And even if you kill the Jax there, he's already 1-4. He's already in the mud. There is no reason to constantly apply the pressure top here. He's lost. We need to be looking at the tier 1 mid. Tier 1 bot, we need to open the map up more. We need our Fed Tahm Kench to get in this game. Exactly. Really bad macro decisions here coming out of Wits Enders. I've been liking the early game. Yes, they've been dropping a lot of kills, but there's been a bit of skill expression. It's not looked easy on the side of In Memory of Paul. We just need to do better on our macro decisions here. We have one Fed player. Let's play around him. Let's get him on the map. Let's try and make something happen.
Yeah, especially because you have
on this gold.
You have brand Wukong Maokai who just have so much CC that you can follow up on. You're never gonna die. The Ashe is gonna take quite a long time to kill you. You got like 3.5k HP. All right, and it allows your brand to just throw his entire kit at the enemy team, and he will do damage. So you don't have to worry about not having damage if you do start to roam.
Hardy. We've seen this movie before, my friend.
Hardy just going to die for some vision, going to use the ultimate, but just going to be chased down by an Ashe. The second an Ashe gets lethal tempo stacked, you're never escaping her.
When your tier 1 mid and your tier 1 bottom is gone, you need to recognize the enemy team could be in your bot side jungle at any moment. The only side of your jungle that's relatively safe is your top, due to your tier 1 still being up. You need to get vision in the jungle. As a team, you cannot walk solo here. You need, as a team, to clear this vision and regain control of your jungle.
Oh, now finally Pierre looking in onto them and finds a nice two-man knockup. But unfortunately, Gemstone isn't here, but they will look for a quick fight. Mike going in deep, going to be focused down. TP coming in from Frodo T-Baggins, who's jumping in onto the Kaisa. Pierre going to be forced to flash over. They're going to use the Devour onto Rek'Lats here, but they don't have enough damage. And unfortunately, it's just going to be a 4-for-1. And they found the fight that we were advocating for, but the carries just weren't in position to do the damage. So unfortunately, It's just going to be a 4-for-0 in favor of Memory Paul, and they are going to get to Soul Point at 20 minutes.
I love the Pierre trying to influence the map. I love that he's moved from top lane, but I don't love that we're trying to take a 5v3. That's you are behind. Even with numbers advantage, the fights now are going to be difficult because of the position that we put ourselves in 10 minutes prior to this moment right now. So you're playing from behind. You need to look for picks. It's a vision game. It is a vision game at this point. You need to catch people out. You cannot fight with even numbers anymore. Mars looking to take rid of some of this vision. Look at all the vision we have here.
I know. It is brutal. That's one thing when you have a losing mid bot is that you pretty much only have this part of the map now. Like nothing else around here is any of yours.
And they're looking to do the same in the top side jungle here.
Yeah, gonna start to set up for Baron. Frodo gonna have to be careful, but always has the counter strike and the first strike leap to get away.
And they're setting up a gank.
Yeah. Mike gonna be caught out here. Hardy not able to find the disengage, and this is where cleanse would come in handy. Now Hardy's gonna get turned on, and that is going to probably be Baron going over to In Memory of Paul.
And this is just superior macro decisions from In Memory of Paul, right?
Yeah.
It was not looking this clean early game, but they've just made better decisions in the latter stages of this game.
Now Gemstone, if Mars had ultimate here, Gemstone and him could do some damage, but he's not even on. If he was on Leandry's, I think they would actually be able to fight here, but since he's not on that spike yet, I think they just had to sack this. They're just going to drop the Herald mid lane and at least secure something in return.
And again, Wits Enders are just so blind to this because of the lack of vision. I mean, Hardy's trying, but he can't clear vision alone. He can't get vision alone.
Yeah, Pierre going to go in onto Andy here. Needs to get one more auto to be able to get the Devour. But not going to be able to get it. Now he's just farming some stacks. Grab a 3-man ultimate from Rek'Lats. Ooh, Pierre going in. Going to find the knockup on Andy. That's going to be a shutdown. Going over to the Kaisa at least. Probably going to be another one going over onto Rek'Lats here. And that's going to be 2 shutdowns. So that at least they do find something in return. Pierre finally influencing the map.
Really good pick from Pierre. I think it was a shot in the dark because it's not like they had vision. They were still going into Fog of War with this. So I think this was a bit of a desperation play that actually paid off for them. Maybe he recognized once people get Baron, they autopilot and press B.
Take the turret. Get out.
Yes, leave.
Please leave. Pierre. Pierre, what are we doing, brother? Just take the tier 2. Oh my god.
Whoa.
This team doesn't care. They don't know what fear is. Yeah, Cleanse would have saved them from probably 3 out of 5 of their deaths.
This is true. And it's rough. It's just bad decision making in Champion Select. I was looking to set something up for Andy here though, but they don't know that they're actually in bot side jungle.
Brother, you see them in the bot lane, but Gemstone is here, so might be able to, scare them away from actually engaging. Hardy, he's gonna try and go in here, but you're not a 1v9. You're not a 1v9 brand. You can't be doing all that.
Spacing from Madav there, not to get in W range of Hardy. Hardy was looking for it, and if Gemstone could have followed up, that could have been bad for Madav. The Sagilover.
R, eat him. Eat him. Oh, he doesn't have Devour. It's like a 2-second cooldown. Has it now. Ooh, Frodo.
Whoa.
Gonna miss the flash. Marsh trying to disengage from Rek'Lats here. Ultimate gonna be used, trying to drag him down, and Pierre just chasing down him in the top lane. Flash gonna be used by Mars to get away. Pierre will at least get the shutdown onto Frodo T-Baggins there in the top lane. So slowly getting some gold, but
that's PS saying you might win the game, but I won top lane, buddy.
Yeah, rough showing from the top lane here. Mars trying to look for something. Mike? Okay. Brother thinks he's like a Jinx with Q or like a Caitlyn with the way he's playing around his range, and I don't think he's like that. Pierre going to find the kill onto Andy here. Oh, wow. Going a bit too deep is In Memory of Paul. Nice knockup by Pierre. He's going to flash after Sedge Lover. Not going to be able to get the stun, but will be able to get the kill, and that's going to be an ace for
Really
Wits
well played.
Enders.
Really well
Pierre
played
just
from- yeah.
raking in the gold. He's now the second most fed member in the game behind Madav. Hold up,
now-
wait a minute.
And now, if we did this when we had better control of the map, we had more turrets, this could have been an extremely different game. Pierre's really putting in work in the latter stages of this game, and kudos goes to him. But
Yeah,
it's not his fault. His team ran it down, but he could have had more of an impact early on when he had this Jax 0-4.
Yeah, and
Or
just
1-4.
a bit of a macro misconception from MM or Paul. They fought for the bot inhib, and they ended up denying them soul.
Whoa,
So they
whoa,
won't be able to
whoa.
get it. Mike going to be able to just ult on top of a full 15 Jax, and it doesn't matter. We got a game on our hands. Just like that, mid lane is now ahead for Gemstone. 80 carries only down 2k gold. Top lane's ahead 500, and Mars is only down 1,000 gold, and he's on his 2-item spike, so he's going to start getting a lot stronger really fast.
We do indeed got a game on our hands. The 11-2 Ashe is extremely susceptible to the dive of Maokai, Wukong, and Pierre on the Tahm Kench. So all your gold that is sitting on your ADC could be instantly destroyed with this brand follow-up. It's just getting to her. And I think, again, this is going to come back to a vision game. I think they need to be winning the vision game to be able to win this game, or at least claw themselves back into, a better position. That's another Dragon gone. Infernal going to blue side, so they've stalled out another 5 minutes here. It's not bad.
Yeah. They just need to make sure they don't get picked off in the next 3 minutes. Is the real question, because you're always gonna have to match someone in that bot wave for the next at least 2 minutes while the inhib's down. So one bad fight and they could find an easy fight. Ooh, Maokai gonna use the Twisted Advance to try and look for an engage. Andy gonna get caught out by the Maokai here. He's gonna be forced to flash out. Mike has to go really deep since he's been chunked out so badly, and yeah, bot lane of Wits Enders is gonna be dead. Pierre gonna get just DPS down, CC down, and like I just said, you gotta be careful not to take a bad fight. In Memory of Paul might look for the potential end, but will at least get the Baron spawning in 30 seconds.
You have your brand, your huge AoE magic damage, clearing waves bot. That is not a fight you should be taking.
Triforce Ashe is actually meta. It's better because it allows you to kite better, and you don't lose out on too much DPS while going it.
Good full here if we get a good Zenith Blade or Solar
Oh.
Eclipse.
Going to go in onto Mars here, who will use the clone to at least get away. Looks like they're just going to grab the mid inhib, and wait, Jax died. Hold up, wait a minute. Kai'Sa's now respawned. Once again, In Memory of Paul, why are they overextending for inhibs when objectives are spawning?
Some questionable decisions from both teams here.
Yeah.
But I'm here for it. It's a banger. Liking what I'm seeing. I'm liking the passion coming out of blue side too.
Yeah.
They're not afraid to pull the trigger, which is in some cases it is helping.
Yeah, it's helping. Sometimes it's backfiring, but at least they're trying. They're trying anything. It's better than just rolling
rolling
over
over.
and dying. Yeah.
Exactly.
And
We don't wanna see
honestly,
them roll
would they
over.
start? I would like to see them do a trap play. I want to see them, they just clear out the vision with the Ashe. They know you're not on it, but they don't know that you could be in one of these bushes, and you do see the jungle here starting to move in.
Look at the vision score differences across the two teams.
Yeah.
The only person that's winning on the side of Wits Enders here is the top laner in
Yeah.
terms of vision.
And it's just one, and now Pierre, speaking of vision, might get caught out here. E going to interrupt the W from the Tahm Kench, and that's going to be Pierre dying. Unfortunately, the most fed member of Wits Enders going to die with Baron up, so they're going to turn their eyes onto it.
And without Tahm Kench alive, your chance of ever winning a team fight is very slim.
Yeah.
They
Nope.
do Baron here.
He's
They
the
look to
only
win the game
person
from
that
top.
can reasonably reach Ashe and Hui. He needs to be the one going in so Wukong can follow up. And they're going to look to just DPS down on the Baron. Going to be able to secure it and might look to turn onto the Wits Enders here. Good ultimate by Hardy to disengage. Mars going in onto Andy here. They will be able to find the execution, but nobody's hitting the Ashe, who's now free firing for free. Just going to turn his eyes onto Hardy. Going to get a double kill. Trying to get onto Gemstone here. He's going to flash away. Going to use the Blast Cone to get away, but won't be able to stay alive for forever. And that is going to be 4 for 1 in favor of In Memory of Paul, who has the Jax TPing it onto his base. Going to just lose their whole base for it. And
that's going to be game.
That's going to be game. 36 to 18, 30-minute game for In Memory of Paul.
Kill Andy. Kill Andy. No. Fuck Andy. He's 5-5 or whatever the fuck he was.
There's a 15-2
Ashe, brother. Turn nameplates off. If you are playing this game, turn nameplates off and just play for the carry, which is Ashe this game. Ashe is just dishing out damage in that last fight. Uncontested.
Just allowed to hit for just, free firing and just cleaned up the fight for their team. Got the stats and everything. We're going to be jumping into game 2 here.
Really well played from Madav there. I really wanted to see him perform on an ADC. His Galio game was good. I think he's had good showings this season, but in my mind, it was questionable whether he could perform on a traditional ADC, and he pulled it out that game.
Oh, should I never throw up a prediction? I knew I was forgetting something.
Hey, it's okay. We got a triple header today, baby.
Yeah, there's a lot of casting we're going to be doing today.
Putting in a fucking 9 to 5.
Ah, damn. And are we getting paid for it? Who knows, but we'll find out.
I ain't even got papers, brother.
Wow. I'm not going to say that. I don't think I can say that on the broadcast. We're not going to talk about no illegal.
Got papers here on my notes, baby. I got notes, and it says Wits Ends is game 2. May pull it out. Let's see.
Yeah, let's jump into game 2. We're going to be seeing the Urgot band away once again. Nothing too out of the ordinary. I don't expect much changing from the bands. Going to see the A-Soul band away. The good thing is, though, they won't have to deal with the Ashe Leon in the bot lane, so it won't have that just free point-click CC buttons.
Taking Scion's Pierre because nobody wants to deal with that.
Nobody likes playing against that shit, even though surprisingly, this is like one of the few seasons that Scion is actually like a pretty dog shit character.
But Yasuo.
Yeah, was banned out in game 1. They guess they don't care about the Yone. They care more about I think Gemstone doesn't like playing against Yasuo. I guess he has better matchups into the Yone instead.
Is Andy's Yasuo ban worthy? I think he has so many other champions that are more worthy of bans, right?
I guess it's just preference. Most mid laners just hate playing against Yasuo. He's just such a nuisance of a champion.
Okay.
Yeah, Gemstone, Diana, Yasuo, they like to play it.
Fair enough.
We'll be seeing the Sylas as the final ban for In Memory of Paul, and the Seraphine banned away from the bot lane. So Yuumi is open this game if Sedgelover and Yuumi bot want to grab it. Kindred! Okay, we got a B1 Kindred. Did not expect that from In Memory of Paul. I guess maybe Reklats might be taking it, or it could low-key be flexed to the bot lane if they have some spicy, like, Kindred Taric cooked up. You never know with Madav and Yuumi bot.
And I think this is definitely a Reklats Kindred. I think this is Reklats just slinging dick, probably bored on the Skarner, so he wants to get a bit more involved. And they take the Leona. Leona Jinx for Wits Enders here.
Yeah, gonna put Hardy onto Leona and Mike onto a hyper carry. More long range hyper carry rather than the Kai'Sa, who kind of needs a bit better mechanics to play and pull off. So I like it.
The Senna pick
wow,
is
Senna,
very dangerous.
Senna and Nasus. I wonder if this is gonna be farming Nasus bot lane into the Jinx. We got some cookery going on. All right, I like what I'm seeing, but the Ram is gonna be slammed right away into the Kindred Senna. Now, it is thematically counters them, but the Kindred will have a free time into just ganking and power farming if they want to, versus the Rammus. But I really like Mr. Caster, where else would the Kindred go? Kindred can go AD carry. She can go solo lane if she wants to. You can put Kindred really anywhere besides support.
One thing I'm questioning here is the Senna. I mean, Yuumi bot, I know he's comfortable on Senna, but picking Senna into Leona Jinx is dangerous.
Yeah.
Senna walks up for one stack, that could be game over.
But the good thing is they have the Nasus, who will just be able to throw down that Wither onto the Jinx. You know Mike doesn't like taking cleanse. He's probably going to go Ghost. So you already just have that 5-second point click CC onto her, and the second Leona goes in, she's just going to get DPS down by the Nasus, who's going to be putting down the anti-armor threat, the field that he has on his E.
This is shaping up.
This is going to be a good game. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Jumping into the second ban phase, Mike's Fiora are going to be banned away, as well as Gemstone's Vigar. In response, Singed and Zac going to be banned out for Pierre, so don't want to deal with those nuisances in the top lane. Hold up. We got 70k on Andy's team. Don't mind if I play the odds. Hold up. Let me just drop a quick 2k.
Don't ruin my odds though. I'm gonna drop a little bit here.
Yeah, I just dropped a quick 2k. No, spend 2k and make 30. I'll take that. Mordekaiser are going to be picked up blind here for Pierre, so I like that. With the Jax and the Fiora banned away, I wonder what Frodo is going to pick into it. The Olaf, which used to be a counter pick, is no longer a counter pick into the Mordekaiser because you can't use his ultimate to cleanse out of the Mordekaiser ultimate anymore. So I wonder what he's going to pick for it. Going to be seeing Gemstones and Nivea, and the Garen picked up potentially here for
That's Andy's
Frodo.
And Nivea, brother. Wrong team.
Did I say Gemstone?
Yes, sir.
Oh, my apologies.
That's okay. Is this a Frodo teabagging Garen? Keep it simple, baby. Just
Yeah.
keep it simple.
It's really just a numbers game for the Mord Garen matchup. But he's going to opt in for the Darius. Pierre despises Darius. He does not like playing against that champion. So into the Mordekaiser, it's a skill matchup, but I think it's a little bit Darius favored. Yeah, technically we still have the spin to win in the Darius because he just spins once, but it's going to be interesting. And the Lux going to be picked up here. So Gemstone Lux, I don't know how much I like that. Just because you already so AP heavy. You have Mordekaiser, Leona, Rammus, and your only AD's Jinx. Now, Jinx is a hyper carry, but you saw what they did last game. They didn't get as big of a lead.
And you got to do well. You got to play for your bot here, I think. I think you have, a Nasus Senna bot lane.
No one knows how that plays out.
Rammus needs to try and help get on this center and get some kills over the Jinx. Because Nasus is just going to walk up. He might even max Wither this lane. Just max Wither the Jinx, and just let Senna wail on him. So this could be another spicy game. Madav showing he's very flexible. He played top last season. He's already pulled out Galio. He's pulled out Nasus. He's pulled out traditional ADCs. Sechelov is showing he could do a lot of things.
That's why, Tai, we're going to take cleanse this game. Right, Mike? Please. If I see Ghost Jinx, I might just turn off the stream. Because I might as well just be a 2-0. Because he won't be able to play the game later on into Nasus.
Yeah, this... You need cleanse.
Please. Please, brother.
Give a bad take. We
want a bad take. Mike's the best AD carry in the league. What next?
I plead the fifth.
The bad take cleanses the crutch for bad players. See, you already got your own bad take. That's a normal take? I don't know about that.
So how do you think this is going to play out? That's what I want to know.
All right. I think Red Side has much better button. Kindred, Mordekaiser is an amazing counter into the Kindred because you focus your CC onto the Kindred. Kindred pops ult. What do? Mordekaiser ults your ass. And what now? There's a 300 HP Kindred in the Mordekaiser realm. So They're always going to have that. Jinx is going to be really hard to reach for blue side just because Leona, Mordekaiser, Rammus are going to be... You got your front line, all right? You got your front to back. That is all red side wants to do. They want to get through laning phase. They want to survive. They want to get to start grouping, and they want to just throw their CC at them and make it just an advantage fight for them. But red side, you got the Darius, you got the Nasus. You want to be splitting this game. So you got the Nivea to delay everything. You're going to just be able to drop the field down. You're going to be able to slow down the minions, just stall out the game while you have the Nasus and the Darius in the side lanes. So it's really going to be on how they play out these team fights. One team likes front to back, the other likes more 4v4 split pushing.
I'm looking bot lane this game.
Yeah.
I think you stated it earlier. Jinx needs to get ahead or at least be even here. She's the only source of attack damage. If she's not ahead or at least even and in a decent position, the damage output is not going to be good enough, I don't think, to rip through, you know, the likes of Darius, the likes of Anivia, who has a huge HP pool, and, you know, Nasus, who's just going to throw with her. Please show us a cleanse.
Where is he? Where is he? He has Ghost. All right, I'm about to turn off the stream.
Even Senna has cleanse. Brother, did we not learn anything from last game?
Like, stop hanging around Vendetta. He'll tell you cleanse is a bad summoner spell. It's one of the best in the game, brother.
Yeah, if you think cleanse is bad, this is why you have 250 games Heartstock D3, 50% win rate.
Brother,
that's all I'll say.
Brother had to abandon his main account and hop on Mike Tarantino because of how dog shit his main MMR was. And he's right back to D3.
Bloods is a crutch. Behave yourself, you lizard. Yes, but that cleanse, if somebody pops a wither on you, you cleanse, you can kill them. Yeah. Or it saves you and you get to save your 5-minute summoner spell. That's the same as saying I used Ghost to kill somebody. You can use Cleanse to kill somebody too. It's the same shit. If you're off the map, dead, because you don't have Cleanse, you lose XP, you lose gold, you lose everything.
Now you have to spend
very silly way to look at the game.
You either have to buy Merc Treads, Swifties, or you have to spend 1,300 gold on a QSS in order to play the game later on against Wither. Because if you get to level 18, Wither gets down to like a 6.5 second cooldown, max rank with some CDR, and it lasts 5 seconds. So you're going to have a 2-second uptime where you're not going to be withered. And if you can kill a Nasus in 2 seconds, he's already pretty fucked out of position or he's really behind.
Okay. Mike, I'm not even going to entertain your dumb reasoning anymore.
I'm just going to do this. You know, I'll see you in 10 minutes. I'll see you in 10 minutes, brother.
I didn't abuse any power. I didn't do it. Wasn't me.
It's not abusing power.
I let freedom of speech run. Wasn't me. But yeah, and another thing. If you're not taking cleanse, you're almost telling Hardy, I need you to buy him Mikhails. He is not buying Mikhails on fucking Leona. This will be interesting. It's going to be an interesting bot lane. Mike doing what a lot of Jinxes don't do is just taking rockets out level 1 and just shoot him. He was in a good place until he just traded again, but... Yeah, not enjoying top lane right now. Oh, is he dead? That's why Pierre hates Darius. That right there. Level 2, 5 stacks, goodbye. If you are talking, Paradox, nobody can hear you.
I muted my mic.
I got you, brother.
Thank you. I forgot I did because I was eating something real quick. But now, Wither has a 45, or his E has 4. Oh, wow. Quick gank towards the top lane. Pierre going to die out. Let me just back up because I missed out on that. Looks like Frodo, who even has TP, just overextended. Could have popped Ghost here to get away. But looks like he overextended. But yeah. I was zooming in because if he missed out on 3 auto attacks there because of the Wither. So imagine once that goes up to a 99% slow. But now you were talking about it. I'm surprised Senna Nasus is getting the shove onto Jinx here early. You know, you have the rockets, which is a large AoE damage.
They've eaten too much damage already from this Senna, and she's gonna continue to do this now that she knows there's no threat
Yeah.
because their HP pool's too low. If Hardy jumps in, he dies.
Yeah.
He has no flash. If Mike postures at all, he dies. He might even die now.
Yeah. And one thing, Nasus with D-Ring start in the top lane is already brutal enough. Match that with a Senna's poke, and it just gets tenfold. It is brutal. Lethal Tempo going to be stacked up here by Frodo Teabaggins, fighting in a big minion wave. W going to be used, and it's going to be a quick trade 1-for-1. And let's look at the wave state. It's actually going to be a favoring trade for Frodo because the wave is slow pushing into him. So, not the worst trade. Mars going to look to cover the bot lane here. Well,
And a lot of the way this, unironically, a lot of the way that this lane is playing out now is because of Senna Cleanse. Senna cleansed and got a really good trade onto Hardy and Jinx with the follow-up from Sedge. And that completely turned the tide of this
Yeah.
lane too.
it cleansed out the Ignite from him as well, so it didn't even do as much damage. Just
I
gonna,
would love to see a dive here. I would
Yuumi,
love to
just-
see a Kindred bot.
Yuumi, just hit the turret. Why are we so afraid? You see, if Hardy goes in, he dies. Snooze Fest in the mid lane. What a surprise. Some quick trading here by mages. Who would have guessed? Let's go back to the real lane. Let's see how top lane's going. Frodo just constantly fighting Pierre here. Just got back to lane and he's already a 3rd HP. I like it.
Yuumi doing really well here to just posture Jinx away from any creeps. And
Yeah.
Nasus just gets some free farm.
Mm-hmm.
She gets free stacks.
Yeah, and that's the thing with this D-Ring start tech is that you poke so heavy that the Jinx is now half health. She won't be able to just walk up and hit you for free. She's just going to keep getting poked down. And now you're just going to start taking turret plates, so rough time for them in the bot lane.
And
But-
this is bot lane aren't wanting to reset. They don't want to miss one wave. But in doing so, you are dropping 125 gold onto the enemy bot lane because you're just going to lose plate.
Yeah, you're
Not
not
only
even
that,
going to be
you're
able to
not
get
able to
all the
challenge
CS. Yeah.
Just take the wave loss. They're doing it now, but they're doing it on a cannon wave. Why would you do it on a cannon wave and not just a standard 6 minion wave? Like, the timing here is so off.
Yeah, now Mike's going to be down CS, and they're probably going to lose 2 turret plates for that.
The cannon's going to tank a lot more. 5-minute bulwark passive is gone from tower, so it takes more damage.
Yeah, and the good
This-
thing is Sedge Lover also has TP, so he's not even going to miss out on CS.
No, they potentially lose this. They're going to lose a cannon, Josh, and they're also going to lose 2 platings instead of 1
No.
if Sedge and Yuumi
Yeah.
wanted the second plating.
Yeah, they lost that entire wave because of how fast AP Nasus and Senna shove waves.
So they lost an entire cannon wave. It's not like the cannon tanked enough for him to catch the wave. They didn't. They lost the entire cannon wave and they lost platings. And now they get a good tempo reset. They come back and they're able to push it in and they can pick up that second plate and very easy. But Yuumi opted to rotate for the grubs here that he's done for the past 3 games they've played across this new season. So
Yeah. And now is the good time is that they should be hitting the turret. Like I know they're going to help their jungler here, but I think he should build a solo dragon. I don't like that they're moving up. I think giant wave on bot lane, Nasus at least try and grab some HP off this turret so you can at least trade some gold back. Or at least just keep Hardy down there because level 5 Nasus isn't just going to pop Ghost and run down your Jinx.
maybe they're scared of the gank. Maybe they're scared of Vision. I don't know, but
And Nasus
I
is even
agree.
going to rush Frozen Heart, so Mike is not going to be able to play the game once he's able to get that.
how do you kill this Nasus? You
You
don't.
just
Not
don't.
until you're 3-4 items. It's going to be so hard to shred this.
It's going to be on Mordekaiser to shred him down. Yuumi bot finally back down here in the bot lane.
Frodo missing the apprehend there. If he got the apprehend, he could have just ran Pierre down the entire
Yeah.
lane with Ghost.
Whoa, Hardy going down deep underneath turret. Flash going to be used, and here comes at least Mars here for the counter gank. Sedge Lover able to hit 6 because he got so much solo XP. Ooh, great snipe by Lux here. Able to find a roam timer down into the mid lane, or from the mid lane, and able to get away from Andy, who's looking to collapse onto him. So, really good job, actually. Oh, Frodo, you do not want that fight. Ultimate going to be used by Pierre here, and that should be a free solo kill for him.
Did Darius just ult with no stacks?
Yes, he did.
Gotcha. Lovely.
Ult auto? Kill's going to go over to Hardy. You want to know why he got that kill? Because you don't have cleanse. But at the same time, Gemstone going to find a quick kill onto the mid lane here. Hold up, let's watch this bot gank. Rekkles trying to chase down Hardy with the red buff. Not going to be able to get it because of that boots purchase. But yeah, let's go back and watch. Let's see what happened here in the mid lane between Gemstone and Andy. Andy pulling a Hardy special. Just going to die for some vision. The classic. Going to flash over the wall. Gemstone going to get the E and flash afterwards. And yeah, just going to be able to get the solo kill. Or the kill in the mid game.
Flash too.
Whew, I like it. It's like, you know what? Last game you don't got Rekkles here 24/7, all right, brother. Let's see what happens when you're not getting carried by your jungler.
So the bot lane here of In Memory of Paul making us eat our words. We're telling them how they've got everything covered. They got the Senna cleanse, they've got Nasus building Frozen Heart. And then the one little bit of an overextend from Yuumi, you know, you don't get to play as aggressive as you did when they were a third health. Now they're full health. And it's a Jinx Leona. You walk up, they're going to jump on you.
Yeah.
So Yuumi getting a little bit overzealous, a little bit overconfident, and just, you know, making us look stupid because he played stupid. But that's okay. That's okay.
It was Frodo Popoff. He did get a solo kill level 2, but unfortunately he doesn't have a back button. He doesn't know how to pull off. He only knows go forward.
That's a problem with a lot of people in this league. I see people backing with like 2.3k gold, and it's like, dude, you could have spent that gold and impacted it ages ago.
Gonna be caught out here. He just needs to get the passive. Ghost not even gonna be useful anymore because he does have that Rylai's picked up here. Ultimate going to be used by Mars, and Flash going to be able to secure the kill. And this Darius is now essentially useless. He is just a walking sack of gold. Ooh, Hardy going in deep onto him. Great ultimate going to be used to find at least 2 people, but here comes the Wither. How do you play the game as Jinx? And yeah, he's just going to die. So the ultimate Gemstone going to be caught out here between a rock and a hard place. And
it's so painful to watch, dude. If you're Jinx and you have cleanse there, you cleanse. The Senna's dead 100% every day of the week. No sums on Senna. She's dead. And then you get excited and kill the Nasus because he doesn't have Wither for 15 seconds. Just, Mike, go into practice tool, have somebody wither you.
Ooh, good job by Mars. Good flash over the Senna route, but gonna be able to get the kill. Senna's gonna die, but yeah, as you were saying, just
yes, I
drop the ego, man.
Exactly.
So many people in this rec league have egos, and they just don't know how to drop it.
And another solo kill for Pierre Top. Well, I say another solo kill. That's the solo kill. He's been gifted by his jungler this game. But yeah, I truly want him to go into a practice tool and walk around with Wither. Have somebody wither you, max rank, walk around with it. Try walk around, try auto minions. And then do it again, but press cleanse immediately when you get withered, and just feel the difference. And you'll know why it's such a strong summoner spell.
Paradox saying something about egos is crazy. Look, I play Malphite, bro. I will fucking slam anything. I know how to drop an ego when I need to. If I'm on tank duty, I know when I can be carried.
I'm an E-kitten. Nobody gets to tell me that. Support player, smile.
Smile. When? When what?
Yeah, when do you play Malphite, I think is the question here.
When do I play Malphite? Bro, check my match. Check my ranked history. I got like 20 games on Malphite, bro, and like a 90% win rate.
Now everyone's complaining about egos. Love it.
Whether they're going to be used onto Gemstone here, who's just going to grab it for the
Can we check what Nasus is maxing? Just out of curiosity. I think it's going to be E.
EW.
Yeah.
I guess he's just wants to be a tanky boy while he lets his Senna do damage.
I would have loved to have seen the max Wither this game, unironically. The fact, if Mike had cleanse, I would max E as well. But because he doesn't have cleanse, I would love to have seen the max Wither and just see how punishing it is. Senna would be able to just run amok in this lane. Cringe.
All right, let's look at the state of this game. 2 dragons secured for Wits Enders here, so they are going to be able to get to start looking towards Soul Point. It's going to be Infernal Dragon, which is really good for your Jinx and your Lux this game. Kindred isn't really going to be an issue, like I said, because of how useless the top lane is. With the Mordekaiser, he's going to come out of lane. The second you get low, you're going to pop ult, and then Pierre's just going to pop ult. So really free into that. You never have to really worry about the Kindred because of that. The only issue, though, is that once they start building some armor, it's going to be tough killing them. Or it's not armor, MR. Because all your damage is on Rammus, Lux, and Mordekaiser. And there's one thing they share in common is magic damage. Ooh, Rek'Lat's going to be potentially caught out here. Ultimate going to be used by Hardy. They're going in onto the Nasus here, trying to CC him down before he can pop the ultimate. Mars going in now. Really questionable. Rek'Lat's going to pop the ultimate. Gemstone needs to get inside of it and look to try and burst him down. Great stun by Andy, though, to keep him alive. But Mike is now here. Going to flash over the wall, trying to get some damage down. Going to get another double kill. This is going to be the Jinx show. Triple kill for the Jinx. She is just cleaning everything up, turning his sights onto Andy here. And not going to be able to get the kill. Did he cancel an auto?
Right on the edge. I'm not sure, but 3 kills going on your Jinx feels extremely good. He comes back.
Yeah, comes back to lane, and now he's the most fed member in the game behind Pierre.
Exactly. He comes back to lane. A certain somebody says ghost value, but it was actually just a flash over a wall. The ghost didn't do anything.
Yeah, Jinx already gets fucking movement speed from her passive. Ghost is just unnecessary returns.
But still, I think there were too many casualties on the side of Wits Enders there. Rek'Lat was on vision the entire time. You knew he was there. You knew your ADC was recalled. Try and stall the play out just a little bit longer, and I think there's a lot less casualties. But either way, they come up from that very strong play there from Wits Enders, and this Jinx needed to be fed, and now she's got a lot of gold. So I'm glad she immediately resets and keeps the tempo up and just buys.
Yeah, grab Berserkers, grab that pickaxe. Going to use a lot of the value. Frodo potentially getting caught out here. Pierre can't kind of just tower dive him because Mars is going to be here. He's not going to heal anything because it doesn't matter at this point. And Jesus Christ.
That's unfortunate.
That is extremely unfortunate.
He's having a rough time here. And it's similar to last game, right? Constantly killing Frodo here isn't going to do much. They need to get this tower and they need to move. Pierre needs to move on the map. He needs to help. He needs to, take this Kindred out of the game next.
Yeah, that's why I'm a bit surprised they didn't prioritize the Void Grubs early. If Mordekaiser was able to get... He always had prio top. Like, the top lane was out of the game. Darius is useless at this point. Trying to find a potential gank here in the bot lane. Great use of the Flame Chompers to disengage him. Does have to walk through it, but won't be able to find anything, so... Don't expect too much to happen. Pierre does finally get the top turret, and he's going to look to reset. Does he have Liandry's in base? I would love to
have seen Gemstone on that binding onto Anivia. I would have loved to see him just pop ult.
Yeah, it's a really short cooldown at this point. You're already at level 11. Let's see what
you're ranked 2. Like, there's no reason to hold it.
Yeah, 30 seconds. Like that might as well just be a really long basic spell. Like there are some spells that are actually longer than that.
Just chunk Andy out. Like it's so worth to chunk him out, make it hard for him to play the game. Any binding, just throw it.
Yeah.
Sharon, my good friend Josh, is the best Lissandra in the league.
True. That is a...
True and real.
I am terrified of that Lissandra.
Same. It's my boy right there.
Yeah.
We were chopping it up in the bot lane. It was a team diff.
All you Rakan 1-tricks in the league, be wary of his Lissandra.
It's nasty. Taking back some vision here in the bot lane.
Yeah, they're going to try to set up some vision around Dragon, which is spawning in 10 seconds. Now, Pierre, please, brother, take a reset, buy whatever you can. I think you can buy tier 2 boots. Reset right now, buy tier 2 boots, TP into this fight. Instead, he's going to use TP instantly. Sedgelev, we're going to get caught out here. Not going to be able to get the Flame Chomper. He's going to pop the Ghost and run at the Jinx. Imagine if we had Cleanse right now.
Yeah, Jinx cannot move.
Ooh, ultimate going to be used really preemptively by Pierre here. He's going to jump onto Andy, having to walk through the slow field. He is not doing as much damage as he should. And not able to find anything. Jinx trying to get a quick reset. Ultimate going to be used. Going to be able to pop Andy's egg, who's outside of the ultimate. They'll be able to find the kill onto the Jinx. Onto the Kindred. Jinx getting another reset and just chasing down Yuumi here. Going to be a triple kill, and that might be all she wrote for In Memory of Paul.
Nice. That 5 deaths there is huge. I don't like Pierre's choice of who he ults there, but at the end of the day, it works because Kindred doesn't ult in time to save, I believe it was Nasus. And yeah, as brought up by Tai Tai, Jinx did in fact auto ward a couple times, but that's okay because he popped off in the fight and nobody else has to see that. So
yeah, true.
Well played to Mike.
Ooh,
Well played to Mike.
Really good job by Gemstone. Just going to chunk out Sedgelover as soon as he gets back to lane. And one more binding, and he might low-key kill Sedgelover here. TP going to be used by Andy here in the mid lane, or in the bot lane, and Gemstone just a bit overextended. Andrew picking up the kill.
He's a little hungry for the kill.
Yeah.
Ooh, the miss Mike could
Whoa, Hardy, back out, brother. Back out, brother.
Yeah, relax.
You got
boys,
too much dip on your chip, brother.
We just got a good play, and that's because we have a really strong Jinx. Let's not try fight when Jinx isn't with us. That wouldn't be good.
Oh, Frodo. Trying to find something onto the Jinx here, who is now worth 1k. All right, that is a scary Jinx.
It's a big shutdown. Mike is not allowed to die. Do not die, Mike.
Why do I see a Kindred building Collector into a Rammus?
I don't know. I'm a support player. I don't know if that's good or not.
Hey, Orion, you want to speak on this Collector second Kindred? To shred the armor, true. You know what? Maybe it's just some 5-head shit because of Nasus E armor shred. That's the only thing. It's just still probably bad. Because Pierre's now going to start stacking armor. Leona's already innately tanky. Jesus Christ, man. You didn't even cash in. You didn't even cash in. Give a bad take. Rek'Lat's just going to be CC'd to death. And yeah, that might...
I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Wait, just go start Baron. Just go start Baron. Shove in this mid-wave. Yeah, just go start Baron.
Your Baron takes incredibly good. If they walk in, Gemstone's gonna have ult again. It's fine. Just do it. Your Mordekaiser that ult anybody that walks up here. Darius isn't a threat. This is a free Baron. Really good call here from
Pierre doing a really good job. He's gonna use the ultimate onto Sedgelover here, who does not have any magic resist. And with the Rylai's here, brother, you can't get away. And gonna be able to find the kill here, while the rest of their team is turning their sights onto the Baron. The wall's gonna finally follow them. Yeah. Pierre's like, all right, you're building max armor? Who cares? I don't care about armor, brother. I'm a fed as fuck Mordekaiser.
This is like so much better from Wizard. This is another... I got to ask him. I got to ask what the locker room talk is at halftime. I need to know. Because the ability that some people have to just reset their mental is incredible to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some games you just gotta be like, all right, whatever. Last game was a fluke. Let's worry about the next game. And then there's some people who just hold on to it and just let them drag down their quality of game going into the next game.
We got a last whisper on our Jinx. Our Jinx is gonna be shredding some numbers this next fight too.
Yeah.
We need a group up here. And we need to actually
because they don't have to do anything. They don't have to do anything for 2 minutes. All right, just make sure. Just honestly play underneath your turret if you want to. Sure, you might want to shove waves with Baron. Fuck Baron. All right, Baron's just 1,500 gold. The real thing is you play for soul point or for soul.
I'm like,
Mike gonna pop Ghost before Dragon to chase down a 2-7 Darius.
The Ghost value, baby. The Ghost value.
Ooh, nice sidestep.
Oh,
brother, you're just gonna get auto to death. And maybe it'll get him to Last Whisper before Dragon. Ultimate going to have to be used by Rek'Lats here, and he's going to be forced to flash over the wall. Gemstone trying to doesn't. Can he honestly just wait until his ultimate's back up? Nope, because Gemstone's just going to snipe him with the E. Because I think hold up, did Rek'Lats just flash or Q into a wall? Let's see this here. Let's see. Did he try and Q over the wall? He did.
The way you highlighted that. That poor man.
Pierre, I don't think you want to be standing in that.
I don't think Pierre cares.
Pierre, you can't park your car there.
Pierre doesn't care.
True. He's just trying to find one E. He has 75 bonus MR. This Anivia isn't doing any damage to him.
Okay, guys, let's not do anything silly here.
All right.
Drag it in 40 seconds.
Drag.
Let's all relax.
Just walk away, Mars. Bot lane, go up here, take a reset, buy your items. Please.
Oh.
Guys, please. Just back off. Go to Dragon. It's in 20 seconds. You see, Mike's starting to ping it. All right, they finally realized it's up. Gemstone just being a complete nuisance to Rek'Lats here, just punking him out of his jungle.
The thing is, we need a reset here coming out from PA. He needs to come back full health. He needs to TP in. This is what we need, and we need it now. You are too low, Pierre. The only way they win is if they pick you here and they could just walk into Dragon Pit.
I think they might just concede it. Yeah, it looks like they were just giving it. Pierre going to use the ultimate onto Rek'Lats here, who's trying to disengage him. Going to miss the Q2, or the third Q. And Pierre might be dead here. Nope, because Rek'Lats doesn't have ultimate. We will end up dying anyway. Sedgelover trying to get away, going to be able to sidestep the Jinx rocket. Mars is chasing him down. I like the flash. Not going to be able to get the taunt, though. And that Wither coming in handy. Andrew might be caught out. Going to find the binding from the Lux here. Hardy going in. He don't give a fuck. I don't really like this because your Jinx is sitting on, I think, like 2k gold, but we're balling. Hardy still just holding down Andy, and yeah, they're just... Jinx going to get a reset off the turret, going to get excited, but going to be forced off by Sedgelover. Boom! Big ultimate by Gemstone here, doing a lot of damage.
And Andy getting egged but not dying is... Oh, never mind.
He dies anyway, just because Jinx is very strong.
Yeah, we get a reset here. We look to come back and just end the game, honestly. Jinx is sitting on some good money. She needs to finish off this item. Such a better game from Wits Enders here.
Yeah.
Still a few cracks in the few chinks in the armor, as we would say back in England.
Yeah, definitely.
Chinks in the armor.
Definitely some things they can work on. Their mid-game macro could use some use, but you know they at least played well. Pierre just bullying Rek'Lats here, gonna miss the drawback, so won't be able to get his passive up. Gonna force out the ultimate. He's gonna die because the ultimate does not transfer over once he leaves the Death Realm. Pierre dying, but it's about sending a message.
Pierre will take one with him.
Yeah.
Pierre doesn't give a fuck, dude.
It's about sending a message to Rek'Lats. He's like, alright, this is my jungle, bitch. Get out of it. They're winning because Ghost. They're winning because Jinx got almost a quadra kill at 10 minutes. And Darius is completely useless this game.
Oh, well played, Hardy, on the follow-up. Saving Gemstone there, because Anivia could have been rough.
Ultimate going to be used, and the W going to be able to secure the kill onto Senna, and that might be all she wrote. Please hit the inhib. Keep up your passive, Mike.
Should be able to end the game here.
Yeah, they're diving into Rek'Lats, who doesn't have ultimate. Hardy just beating his ass. Going to be able to get at least one reset, and that's going to be all she wrote for Wits Enders. 31-12. Taking down...
It's the ADC show of the series. First game, Madav putting on a clinic. Second game, Mike really pulling it out despite what was said in the early game with the summoners and everything else. By the way, big payout. Whoever lost 70k on Andy's team, thank you, brother.
It was Koa.
It was Koa?
Yeah.
Unfortunate, mate. Don't gamble.
Yeah, that's gonna be all she wrote. 31-12, quick 27K. Now the real question is, who we give an MVP to?
Well, similar to what we did yesterday, I think there's two separate games, two separate MVPs, and it's two separate teams won. It's a one-on-one series.
Mhm.
First game, I think it's got to be Madav.
Yeah.
Madav on the traditional ADC on the Ashe really played well, top damage charts, spaced really well in the game, did what he had to do. Really well played from Madav. Really liked what I saw. Game two, it's got to be Mike. It's got to be Mike or Hardy. Hardy really played really well too. I think Hardy noticed game one there was a huge problem in the discrepancy of the vision score. They kept getting caught out of vision. They kept making really bad fights because they just didn't know where they were. And I think he patterned that up in the second game. And him and Mike really ran the show that game. Kudos to Mars. Got Pierre a lead in the top lane. But I think again, I think it's just both ADCs from both teams.
Yeah. Yeah, also Gemstone played pretty solid in both games, doing a really good job into Andy in the second game and even in the first game, despite getting a lot of attention towards there. So you could even make a case for him, but I definitely think Matt have won it for game one and it's Mike for game two.
I agree. Gemstone played extremely well, especially in that Andy, probably the toughest mid lane matchup this season. So kudos to Gemstone. Got to give flowers, but you picked Lux. So in my eyes, I don't care if you played well.
Anybody could play well in that champion.
Yeah.
As soon as she hits level 6, she just starts pressing R in a wave and it's up 40 seconds later.
So we can get two separate things if you want. Just a quick question.
What's up?
Are we doing back to back or are we got to wait until 5 for our game?
We could probably take a little 30-minute break because it's whenever the teams are ready. So that's fine by me because it'll allow me to go get some food.
Lovely. Because I'm being asked to play League. So I'm going to play a game while we wait.
Yeah, you're good.
But yeah, let's get an interview going. Let's get
Yeah.
Madav in here first, talk about game one.
And then we can talk about game 2 with Mike.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you a question. Just a little question.
Hello, Sam. How you feeling? Not Sam Path.
Hello.
Hello, good sir. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you
Good.
guys?
We're
Very well, thank you.
Yeah, we're chilling, man. Let's
We're
start.
casting all three today?
Yeah, we are. We're
Oh,
we're
shit,
putting
you
in a 9 to 5, brother, unpaid.
guys are on the gauntlet, huh?
Yeah, some. I'm still not gonna make that joke because I don't want to. But Jake brought up his papers earlier.
Yes, sir.
But yeah.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about game 1. How are you feeling after that first Ashe performance?
That Ashe game is pretty good. I'm gonna ride that high for a while.
Good. You played really well. The spacing was, I asked the question early doors. If you go back and watch the VODs, it's nice to see you on this traditional ADC. You perform with the Galio. You haven't exactly been the glimmering star of your team, but
Mhm.
you made yourself the star that game specifically. You spaced really well. You was always in the right places. You was peeling really well with your ultimate. A lot of picks came from your ultimate alongside Mike. So, really well played. And I guess I just want to ask a question. What were the comms like that game, And also then after that, tell me about the locker room talk at the halftime going into game 2.
So the comms for game one were pretty much like how we can press our leads. Like we pushed in waves, we got Praya, and we started looking for picks and jungles. And that's something we're trying to work on is how do we press our lead instead of just like sitting back and like taking the save off, So we looked for picks. We moved as a unit. We tried to play around vision. Not that well in game 2, but we played around vision in game 1, I think, pretty well.
You did. That's one thing we highlighted is
you guys
just
every
won the
single
visual
objective. Just
Yeah.
you had the entire enemy team's jungle warded. Hardy was a lot of Hardy specials in that first game, dying for vision.
Yeah. Hardy tried to engage, tried to get find leads where he could, but it just we were always stronger when he tried to.
Yeah, and one thing I think about having Andy on your team is a lot of people fall into the trap of focusing him. Is that people realize, wait, he's a 5-5 Hoi. Why are we focusing him instead of the 15-1 Ashe? Like
he was calling that every time. During the mid fight, shout out to Master, she had a good TP in the mid fight, but like that time I was free hitting the entire time. Not a care in the world. No one was on me. Andy was getting run down by the Wukong the entire time. I was having a blast. Just like hands off the keyboard, right click, press Q every now and then.
Hey, but it looked good. And
Yeah,
the
it did look
scoreline
good.
don't lie. You
Yeah.
played extremely well. You farmed extremely well. It was really good. So now, having such success in game one, what was the locker room talk like? And then what were the comms during game two when things were going south?
The comms in game 2 were when it started going south, we kind of just like, I don't know, stopped talking. We tried to because there's not much to talk about because like we couldn't really walk out for vision anywhere. We just had to catch waves. And yeah, that was pretty much the comms for game 2. The locker room
rough.
talk in between the games were fine. It's like we're just boys hanging out because we won. It's pretty nice.
Okay. Good. And do you think after game one you looked down on Witsenders? Do you think you saw it was a walk in the park game one, so you thought it was just going to transition into game two?
No, I mean I didn't. I can't speak for the rest of my, but I didn't. I thought Hardy played well. What?
Tell me about the Nasus pick.
It's something we just like. So we were practicing a lot of Senna +1. I've been liking the Nasus a lot because back when Nasus support was really good, or I still think Nasus support is pretty good, because like his E has an armor shred and it's decent poke. Remember last season or like
2 seasons ago?
Yeah. No, like even like when the top lane Airy Nasus was like you max E first.
Mm-hmm.
And
You still do. You still do in most matchups.
Yeah, and that's what I did this matchup, and it worked pretty. Like, do you see like the early lane state of bot lane?
Jinx was always under like 100 HP. She was not having fun.
Yeah, and it's like
you guys had one bad misstep.
Yeah, is it a witherable 80 carry? Yup, check. Fucking max that second, and then you just build full tank and I'm just a big beefy guy. Sorry, my dog's squeaky.
That's okay. Let that boy chew away.
Bro's happy. He's just vibing.
Yeah. So yeah. I think it's good. We just didn't have any really engage.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna run that back, I'd probably not pick the Nasus if I had to change just what I picked.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't think the Nasus was bad. I think it was Sorry, go on, Paradox.
No, it's all good. You go.
I was just gonna say I don't think the Nasus was bad at all. I think you guys chunked them down to a quarter health or whatever, and then they had to reset and they came back. And I think you guys I think Mike just got a little bit overzealous, stepped up a little bit too far without, cleanse or flash up. Because he knew he's been able to bully them, pre 5 minutes. And I think it just cost him his life, even though you guys were under tier 1. If that doesn't go that way, I think you guys have a much better success chance in the bot lane because Jinx no cleanse with a Nasus Wither is really rough to play against.
So that tier 1 where Senna died, like I thought that was fine. Like yeah, shit happens, but I didn't think we're out of the game. I think what really turned it was the bot lane tri-brush fight where Jinx came in and got like 4 kills.
Yeah, triple kill, yeah.
Yeah, got right back in the game, and then right after that, we had the drag fight where we played front to back, and she just got excited, and we just couldn't get on her. So I think in isolation, like we've talked about this right after the game, we talked about this. In isolation, the Nasus Senna, I think, is a really good lane. It's just we need engage somewhere.
Yeah, I think if you have like a Malphite top lane, this game goes a lot different.
Yeah,
because Malphite would just ult the Jinx on repeat with the Wither, and how does she play the game?
Yeah. So yeah, I think we're just like it was just draft diff. I think.
I think the Darius might have been a bit overzealous because you already have Senna, Kindred, and Nivea. I don't really feel like you guys need more damage. I think you just needed that engage from the top lane.
Yeah, but don't like we're 2-2, but we haven't played. We're not playing at full strength. Okay, we need our fucking spooky action in the top lane. You guys aren't ready. You guys fucking shit talk the spooky action top lane, the role swap. You haven't seen nothing.
Hey, who shit talked it?
You did.
When?
During Gangs and Grips.
I shit talked your ADC, not his top.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't put words in my boy's mouth, all right?
Yeah. I just said I didn't know how he was going to perform, but I told you today, dude.
All right.
I was worried about the traditional ADC, but game one, you fucking pulled it out.
Let's wrap this up. Who are you giving MVP to on the enemy team for the series?
Game 2 has to be Mike. He popped off just like I did. And then game 1 had to be the Pierre on the Thomas. I think Sir Pierre, Thomas. Actually, if I had to give overall MVP, it had to be Pierre. Because he performed really well on both. He won lane both games. pretty handily, and he was always a problem.
Yeah.
And we even banned him out too, so I think I have to give it to Pierre.
Yeah, Pierre played really well both games.
All right. Well,
Thanks
thank you
for the
for
cast. Good
joining
luck,
us.
guys.
Yeah, no problem. Let's
You're
let's
welcome.
get Mike in here for game 2 real quick. Try and wrap this up so we can get situated before the next series starts. Hello, how you
Yo.
feeling after that?
Hello.
How you feeling after that second game, brother?
Pretty solid. I think we're the underdogs. I didn't see the Gamba on the second game, but I think we were hard favored to lose. So happy.
He
to
was. I
turn it
bet on
around.
you. Thank you for the
Good.
money, brother.
Hey man, we're just making value out here. All about
Alright.
the shareholders.
All right, let's start with the first question. What was the talk like with your team after game 1 going into game 2? What was the locker room like?
Honestly, it was very pointed, and I think we really covered what made us lose, and we focused on not doing that again. And that really helped us reset the mental. I think everyone was very positive going into game 2, which helped. We knew that bot lane we had to be more aggressive, so kind of like green light Hardy, go in whenever you see fit, and that really helped us get ahead bot lane. After the tough poke of Nasus was definitely annoying to deal with, but we pulled it around, and then Pierre got it on a more damage carry, got a huge lead. That was good. Mars changed his pathing a little bit, to focus on what we could do. We got the scouting report. We knew Kindred and Fasting Senna were in the cards, so we're like Rammus could be huge here. Kind of waited for them to pick those, and then we picked the Rammus. So, it was a very intentional game. I think we did quite well.
Yeah, good flex picks all around.
Yeah, it was fun. I love getting excited,
What about the cleanse? The cleanse allegations. I saw Mike join Blue Side to talk to you about it. I'm sure he pre-warned you it was going to be a conversation you might be.
Yeah. Hey, he's the ADC guy, and he stands by the ghost.
Man, that guy is terrible takes. I would never trust him.
The thing is, insight into me, my brain doesn't work with cleanse, and the odds of me hitting a cleanse correctly, 0. So
I've heard that so much from some of the other 80 carries, like the mid-tier 80 carries, that they end up just forgetting that they have it a lot of times.
Exactly. So I know I got ghost. I can use that one. It lasts 15 seconds. You can't misclick it. So
that makes sense. If you're not going to use the cleanse, yeah, it is useless. But if you can make the cleanse work, I feel like in both matchups you played against today, cleanse had so much value. Game 1, I think it shined a lot with the Leona Ashe. I think you survive a lot more if you have cleanse. So just something to think about. If you prefer the ghost,
hey man,
you made it work this game.
That's how it is. What happens when you off roll? You need a little down season. You got to learn some things, and I'll pick up the cleanse.
Yeah,
I love that. I love it's progressive.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to make sure maybe try and pick it up as the season goes on, because maybe come playoff time, it might be more abusable.
Nah, playoff time far from now. We got time. I'll go through boot camp.
We got minutes. We
got 2 more games later. Maybe it'll come out. I'm a quick learner. Maybe
you're telling me. We got 8 games to cast us on?
Is there 2 different series?
We have 4 more series. We have 4 more games to cast throughout the day.
6. Any more
total.
Questions for Mike?
Cleanse, locker room talk. No. This is your guys' first series, correct?
First official, yes.
Yeah. How is it like having a seasoned veteran and Hardy on your team? He's already played his 6th game today.
It's good. Hey, I saw. Sometimes you got to open up the relationship. Let them explore. But they come home. Like they got to come back. And I think Hardy's had his fun. Time to buckle down with the family. Exactly.
He's all faithful.
Yep.
He's the one that did come back.
Yeah, he went out. He got the report on everybody. He's a double agent potentially.
Exactly.
But not. All right. Final question. Who you get an MVP on the ME team?
It's tough because Andy's just a solid through and through mid laner, always going to be fed, always going to be a problem. Sedge, crushed the first game, and then I think just picking Nasus was tough, but I think he played best of his ability on the champ. So I don't know. I'll give it to Sedge for popping off game 1.
Yeah, it's okay. Any day we can deny Andy a ego check.
He doesn't. He didn't deserve it.
It's a good day.
Alrighty, I will see you in a minute and maybe be in the booth again. All right?
Yeah, no problem. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining us. We will be back in 20 minutes. I'm going to go grab some food while we wait for the next series to start. It's going to be Wits Enders versus Exodia, so stay around for that.